Hello, 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 Marsha. We are live.
Hello, Natasha.
Yes, we are live. We are live on Facebook. We're live on LinkedIn. We're live on YouTube. We're live on Twitter. Oh my goodness. Hello, the world. Hello, everyone. My name is Natasha Nurse. I do a lot, but for today's purposes, we are within the world of podcasting. So I'm the co-host of Woke and Free, and this beautiful woman to the right of me, hopefully it's the right on whatever device you're catching this on, Marsha Guerrier, founder of Her Sweet Spot and the 8th annual HerRise Conference. Marsha, who the heck are you? Share with the world how amazing and how fabulous you really are.
Well, Natasha, since you asked, I am amazing. I'm Marsha Guerrier, the founder of Her Sweet Spot, a private network for women of color, advancing as entrepreneurs and badass women, rising to the C-suite by any means necessary, as I like to say. So I am, in addition, I'm a mom. I am a daughter. I am an author,
Yes.
TEDx speaker.
Yes.
The list could go on, but we have so much to talk about.
Amazing. Amazing. Okay. So what gets you out of bed, Marsha?
Whew, a swift kick from my son, who still sleeps in my bed sometimes. But knowing that I get to do things like this, impact people's lives, make a difference in my son's world, helping support, nurture, and establish the man that I can't wait to see him become, that's what wakes me up.
Beautiful. I love that. Okay. What are 3 things people do not know about you?
Ooh, one thing, I was an extra in a movie many, many years ago when I was a young little lad. You will find me on imdb.com.
Yeah.
And I was an extra in a movie called Who Shot Pat? And it was I believe Sandra Bullock's un 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 she don't claim that one. She don't claim this one. It wasn't a great movie. I was on the set for one whole day, but I loved it.
Really?
Yep. You didn't even know that, right?
No, are you kidding me? That's amazing. Oh wow.
And another thing,
Yeah.
Natasha, when I was growing up, before all the cocktails and the late nights, I used to sing. My mother used to enter me into singing competitions.
Oh
And I
wow.
actually won first place with a chance to perform at the Apollo Theater. And I was so scared I didn't show up for the other half because that was like Apollo Theater. So that's
Oh
another thing that people don't know about me.
yeah.
And another thing, but if you know me, you know. If
Mm-hmm.
you know, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't like anything with more than 2 feet.
You're shameful. I knew you were going there too. I knew you were going there. Shameful, shameful. My dog and cat are giving you side eye right now. Like, no, no.
Your dog, maybe I'll keep. Your cat, no. It's so
That
scary. It's so scary.
is so scary. Okay, I'll pray for you. I will pray for you. Oh my goodness. Moving on with
Yes.
Her Sweet Spot, the founder of this. And guys, if you aren't getting this is kind of a meet the founder kind of a session. I want you to share with the whole world, what would you say today is the best business decision you've ever made?
Ooh, the best business decision I've ever made was to break the bank and hire. Number one, as a solopreneur, as
Mm,
someone who, as I'm building, we think that there is this level or this threshold of revenue that we should be making before
mhm.
we bring people on. And that's so not true. You have to
Oh,
invest. So, they tell people that are starting digital businesses, service based businesses, you just need the computer, a mic, and a camcorder, and you're good. But the
mhm,
truth is, no, if you're trying to build a business that will ultimately become an agency,
mhm,
become the type of startup that you're probably watching me from and working from,
mhm.
you have to start to hire building that budget and bootstrap it if you can, or get funding any way you can and by any means necessary.
I love it. By any means necessary. That's a Malcolm X reference, y'all, if you aren't getting that.
Yes, do it. Power to the people, woke and free.
You better recognize. You better recognize. So with that, right, you have the 8th annual HerRise Conference happening this year. We're 2 years away from the Big Ten, which is amazing. You know, what would you say started you to say, I have to have a conference, and how have you gone from, you know, year 1 to now year 8?
You know, when I first started, it was my revelation that I've spent so many years. At that point, it was over 10, over 15 years in my industry, helping rich white people make more rich white men, I should say, get richer and richer, and to get no reward for it, to be still unrecognized. And, you know, I've always had a side hustle, right? At some point when I was a kid, when teenager, doing resumes, I was always doing something.
Yeah.
And so I figured, you know what, my passion is working for startups, helping them grow their businesses, their unicorn businesses, to that ultimate dream of being sold. And the last time it happened and I got no recognition, no kudos, I said I got to start using my gifts, abilities, and skills to support people that look like me, right? And to help make millionaires in my own community. And that's what really started the program. And I wanted to celebrate women. I wanted to be able to say, you know what, I know you're doing a good job because I enjoy, or I needed that for myself. And I was fortunate and blessed enough to have people that were in my corner and can do that for me. And I just wanted to be that same type of blessing for those that didn't have it themselves. And it really started off with a half day, 4 hours. It wasn't, I don't even know. I did call it Women on the Rise Farm and Expo.
Yeah.
And we had about 25 women that showed up the first year. 8 vendors. We did the DJ. You know, if you ever come to a Woman on the Rise production, you know how I roll. It's DJs. It's, you know, it's that vibe. It's that fun. But there's always, you walk out with an aha. You walk out learning something. You walk out making a new connection. And I can tell you, year after year, everybody that walks away from a HerRise conference will tell me the same thing. I met so and so because of you, through your event, through your network. There's many women that are right now making ching cheddar because of the connections that they made in the Her Sweet Spot community.
Wonderful. So like fostering success and building other people's brands essentially is the essence of why people should come to the 8th annual HerRise Conference in.
Absolutely. And this year's theme is all about daring her. It's hashtag dare her. Because I am truly, we've taken so many hits in the last year. We have actually been on the receiving end of losing our jobs more than others, right? Been on the receiving end of not getting access to funding when all this funding was being handed out. So then the world had to stop and say, oh, wow, maybe you're right. Maybe we haven't been doing right to the women of color out here, to Black women. And now I'm daring everyone. Now that the blinders are off in a lot of ways, I dare you to go after it. I'm daring you to command your worth. I'm daring women to really lead with an authority and not shriek, right? And so I'm excited to really have the speakers and the workshops that we have happening this year are all phenomenal speakers that are experienced, and all feel the same way. We all want to advance women of color in their careers and in their business.
Wonderful. And so we can't go into it too much because we have a special panel around podcasting that's happening on the Saturday of the conference, which I can't wait for as a speaker.
The power of podcasting. It is Natasha, myself, and Aries Webb Williams, who has an amazing podcast herself. And we're really going to get down and dirty and talk about the good, bad, and ugly of
Yeah.
podcasting. People get on, watch us do these things, Natasha, and
Yeah.
they think it's all about the kiki and the sips. Sometimes we do a little cocktail,
Yeah.
right? They think that's what it is, but it is hard work.
Mm,
It
mm.
is understanding your craft, your message, your
Yep.
guest, their message, and being able to have a proper dialogue that truly inspires, encourages, and educates others. And we're going to get down and dirty and
Yeah.
really talk about our own experiences as podcasters.
Yes, I can't wait. I'm so excited because to your point, yeah, our podcast just hit 4 years this year, and yeah, it's a journey. It's a journey for every download, for every like, for every share, for even understanding to your point, yeah, like what does your audience want to hear? Some episodes you think, oh man, like people are really going to be into it, and you're like, not so much. And then other episodes super random and it's like really getting some traction, and then how are you converting social media into your demographic? So yeah, it's going to be a wild conversation. Y'all are not even ready
And
for
these ladies are the best. They hold nothing back. And
oh
I can't wait when you and Aries get on
yeah.
stage. It's going to be fire.
Amazing. Now the conference, because of COVID, right? It's just kind of this post-COVID world. It is going to be a virtual conference. So can you walk people through that of like, if they're maybe only used to going to things in person, can they still have fun? Can they still network? Like, what is the difference and how are you accommodating for this kind of experience virtually?
Yeah, I hear so many people are like, "Oh, you're doing it virtual again," and we're opening up, and yeah, we are opening up, but for me, having it virtual, I
Mhm.
found the experience last year to be so refreshing. I still
Mhm.
brought the same flavor that you're used to,
Yeah.
right? We're using an amazing system called Hopin. If you haven't been to an event in Hopin, it's an
Mhm.
amazing platform. You'll still get that expo experience that you're used to from the HerRise Conference. You will still get those networking opportunities, and
Mm.
it'll be even better. You'll be
Mm.
able to connect one on one without the loud crowds around you, and you'll be able to focus and get centered
Okay.
on that networking opportunity. And again, you'll be able to go travel from main stage to sessions and really still get the best. There's a live chatting session, Q&A, your polls. There really is. The only experience is that you could be in your PJs watching.
Okay. Okay.
Only difference is that you're in the comfort of your own home, your
Yes.
camera's not even on, and you still will walk away with meeting new people, networking. Last year the chat in our conference was such
Yeah.
a buzz. The networking that still took place in
Mhm.
our chat room was still amazing, and I'm still getting phone calls about some of the great things that transpired after last year's virtual event. And so, I'm not concerned that people will still feel that energy. We still have a DJ that will be playing music in between sessions. If you are not ready to network, if you're a little shy and you don't want to go in the networking room, or you visited all the booths in the virtual booth and expo, you can always hit the main stage during our network breaks and get a little vibe going and a little dance party
Hey,
happening right in your house.
absolutely. Okay. And walk people through some of the content that they're going to be able to experience so that, they get to feel a little bit of a flavor of what to expect for the 2 days.
We have actually great content for you this year. We're having panel discussions all about the new normal being burnout. Burnout for me is something, and Mina Malik said last year at the conference
Mhm.
that she felt like she is in a perpetual state of burnout. And we
Mhm.
now have learned that this past year, this pandemic year, working virtually, everyone working from home,
Mhm.
people who didn't understand what working from home would be like
Mhm.
felt burnt out with trying to balance work, home,
Mhm.
family, all in the same time and space. So
Yeah.
there is absolutely burnout happening. We have a phenomenal panel on what the next generation of leaders are looking for in order to truly support them and get more women in the C-suite. Right now, so many women have been talking about the downshift in corporate America and even exiting entrepreneurship because having to deal with their mental health and home issues. And we're really going to get down and talk about those leadership circle issues that really women should be talking more
Okay.
openly about to really help us get through what has been a very difficult year. We're going to have a stylist who's going to teach us how to look the part and really bring your best to A game
Yes.
into any session, whether it's a Zoom session or a live session. We're going to be talking about how to start a small business. We have a wonderful workshop by Monique Denton Davis on channeling your inner boss.
Okay.
We're going to be talking about now you know your worth. Now what? Right? This past year, we've been championing knowing your worth. We all talk about it. We're part of group chats everywhere talking about let's know our worth. Now what? Have you actually been doing the things you need to know to do to actually increase prices? Be confident about it, right? And so we have so many things. We have the HerRise Awards where we are honoring 5 magnificent women who are impacting their communities and our communities
Yeah.
so well, so much. Miss Sandra Bookman from WABC TV is one of our honorees. I'm so excited to present her with this award. And then we have the pitch contest that's happening on Saturday. We're going to hear from 3 amazing small businesses, women owned small businesses that are really passionate about what they're doing. And we are going to be so excited to give them some additional funding because, as part of our mandate here inside Her Sweet Spot is that we help women with community connection, coaching, and capital.
Awesome. Okay, so we have been talking about the conference nonstop because obviously that's what we're here for. Where do they go? If someone wants to get a ticket, where do they go?
Go to hersweetspot.com, click on events, and click on the HerRise Conference, and you'll learn all about the phenomenal speakers that we have lined up for you, the 2 days, the agenda, and then click on that register here button to grab your tickets for 2 full days of powerhouse conversations. We have fireside chat with Danny Fava from InvestNet. That's going to be a great chat because she is a longtime friend of mine, and she is now has such a high ranking position in the world of financial services and financial technology, and I can't wait to have that discussion with her. We'll be talking with an executive from LinkedIn who's going to be teaching us how to be content creators on LinkedIn because people really don't look at LinkedIn as a source and a place for content creation, and they believe in that old purpose and mission of LinkedIn from earlier days of it just being a place for career development, and it's so much more than that. And I can't wait for that conversation to happen as well. I mean, there's just so much that you're going to get out of these 2 days.
I love it. So then let's break this down. So if I'm a woman, I should come to the conference. If I am an ally of supporting women and small business, I should come. But who else, right? It sounds like the audience is quite
very diverse.
Break it out for folks.
Our audience is so diverse. Our speakers are all diverse, all nationalities, cultures, and races. And at the end of the day, we're all coming in support of raising the awareness and increasing and advancing the women of color's economic success. And so this conference is for everyone.
I love it. I love it. Okay, awesome. So now, in addition to, all the content that they're going to get, the networking, what are some like best practices that you advise for folks? Like say they've never done this before, when they join, they're a little bit nervous. How do they navigate that as well?
Joining the conference, you mean?
Like they're there, like, how do I network with someone? What sessions do I pick for me? Like, how do you navigate and actually attending it?
Oh, you just jump in. Everything is for everyone. There's no other ways to it. Just jump in,
Yeah.
join the conversation. You
Mm,
know, it's a safe space.
mm,
We create a safe space for
yeah.
us to be vulnerable, to ask questions
Okay.
that, and because it's virtual, okay, maybe you might feel a little bit bolder,
Yeah.
right? So please be as bold as you want to be,
Hmm.
and show up and show out.
Beautiful. Okay. Now, when it comes to business, we talked about the best decision you've ever made. Now, what would you say is the best decision, business advice you've ever been told?
The best advice I've ever been told, and I don't know if it's just related to business,
Hmm.
but make sure you surround yourself with not just people where you want to reach, but
Hmm.
people trying to reach where you are too. You never know when where the lesson will come from, and I
Mm,
surround myself with a mix of people, and not just the all authentic people, and
yeah.
not just people that are on the way up, or
Hmm.
that I want to reach on my way up. Right? We
Mm,
that we've all seen this meme of women grabbing each other, right? And
yeah.
that's what it's about.
Absolutely. I love that. Okay. Now, for folks who, since I have you here, for folks maybe thinking about starting a business, right? They're a little bit scared. It's still dealing with COVID. Is this the year to start a business? And if so, what's step one?
Is this the year? This is the year, the day, the decade. Last year, it's absolutely the right time for you to start your business, right?
Yeah.
Start telling people who you are and what you do and what's so great about you, right? Don't wait. Don't expect that just because you start a business tomorrow. Oh my God, they will all come. It doesn't happen that way. But
Mhm.
begin, first of all, join Her Sweet Spot.
Yeah.
Become a sweet master. You
Mhm.
will get the tools, resources you need in order to help you with your business. Go to your state's website,
Mhm.
look up how to formulate your business, decide
Mhm.
what type of entity you'd like to start, right?
Mhm.
But first and foremost, know why you're doing it. Have a reason why. What is the thing? Understand what problem you're going to solve for the
Mhm.
world, and start telling everybody what you do.
I love that. I love that. And
Yeah.
as we are, getting closer to the end of the year, starting to think about 2022, what does 2022 look like for her sweet spot?
Her sweet spot, our goal and our mission is to advance 10,000 women to the C suite. And we'd
Yeah.
love to see a fraction of that,
Mhm.
happen inside 2022. So we're looking for the first 1,000 women to register as suite mates and suite
Yeah.
masters into the Her Sweet Spot group coaching program.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to see where that's going to lead us,
Mhm.
and how we can accelerate more women
Mhm.
climbing into the C-suite.
Absolutely. And personally, what is 2022 going to bring for you?
Child, personally, woo, just continued success and continued happiness,
Mm,
and continue to surround me with all the people that are here for good,
yeah.
like I am, right?
Yeah.
And to build stronger relationships, hopefully find me a little, boo thing.
Yeah. I
You know,
know.
'cause
I
that was
know.
supposed Natasha, we talked about this. That was supposed to be 2020, right? 2020. I was like, ooh, I'm going on a date.
You got your little.
Eh, 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 eh.
You
And
gotta
then boom, lockdown happened, and I'm not doing the
get.
virtual dating part, but you never know what 2022 is gonna bring
Okay,
on the personal
okay. A
side.
little bit of love, a little bit of fun, a little bit of dance. Okay, I like it. Awesome. And for those tuning in right now, again, hersweetspot.com, they can do what? What are all the different things? And don't forget you haven't talked about your amazing app. So before we
Oh,
sign
yeah.
off.
So, you can become a member of hersweetspot.com for
Mhm,
free, and join our live events.
mhm,
And if you want more activation, you really want to accelerate your growth in your business and get running. Join as a member of the Sweet Masters,
Mhm.
and get your tickets for the HerRise Conference.
I love it. I love
Start
it.
there.
I love it. All right. So before we sign off, what are your last words of wisdom? What are things, funny quote? What would you like to share with the world before we say goodbye? And then we
When I sign off on every broadcast that I do, last thing I say is when we empower each other, we
Mhm.
all rise. I've been saying that since day one, and it hasn't let me down
Love it.
as of yet, because I know that when we empower each other, we're all rising.
I love it. Absolutely. And that sounds like a woken free dream to me, if I've ever heard one. So, y'all, thank you for tuning in. If we don't see you at HerRise Conference, the 8th annual one, I don't know where, I mean, you like, maybe you're not alive. Like, because
Listen,
you need to be here.
are you a TikToker? Next Tuesday, catch my TikTok. If you're not at the HerRise Conference, then where you at?
Yeah, where you at, boo? Where you at? So we will see you there. HerRise Conference, 8th annual one. Marsha Guerrier. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. It's going to be amazing. Thank y'all for tuning in today, and we will see you soon.
Thank
Bye.
you for having me. Bye for now.